Have you ever felt like there's something special reserved for you, as if your life had a greater purpose that no one else can understand? From the moment you took your first breath, an invisible force began guiding your every step, preparing you for something extraordinary. But why does it feel so hard to comprehend? Why do so many of us feel out of place, as if we're living in a world that doesn't speak the same language as our soul? Today, we're going to dive deep into the journey of the chosen ones. We'll uncover how every experience, every challenge, and even every pain is part of a greater plan. No matter where you were born or the difficulties you faced, there is a unique calling for you. And now, at this very moment, you're beginning to remember who you truly are. Stay with me until the end, because this message has the power to transform your perspective on life. If you've ever felt like you're living something different, like the common path isn't for you, this video is for you. Let's go together on this journey of discovery and purpose. From the moment you took your first breath, something extraordinary was activated within you. It doesn't matter where you were born or the circumstances of your arrival in this world. There is a powerful truth that transcends all these things. You were chosen. But what does it mean to be chosen? Why does it so often feel like your life follows a different rhythm, as if you don't fit into traditional molds? The answer lies in something far greater than you can imagine. While most people believe that life begins at the moment of birth, the chosen ones know that the spiritual journey was already being prepared long before that. Your soul was carefully shaped for this existence, with every detail of your life being part of a plan that transcends human understanding. From the words you heard while growing up to the challenges you faced along the way, nothing was by chance. And perhaps you've already felt it. A restlessness within you. An inexplicable sense that your life has a deep meaning, even when everything around you seemed to say otherwise. That feeling, that constant intuition, is the call. It's as if an invisible force has always been present, guiding you, even in the hardest moments. The chosen ones carry a spiritual mark that is impossible to ignore. It is what makes you question, seek answers, and sometimes feel different from the people around you. But that feeling isn't a burden. It's a guide. Every moment of doubt, every challenge you faced, was preparation. It wasn't punishment. It was a way to make you stronger, wiser, and more aligned with the purpose for which you were sent to this world. And now, at this very moment, as you hear these words, your spirit recognizes the truth. It knows there are no coincidences, and that this message has reached you because your calling is getting closer to fully manifesting. You may have been chosen from your mother's womb. Your journey goes far beyond common expectations. Every beat of your heart brings you closer to the destiny that has been laid out for you. But the path of the chosen is never easy. It is filled with challenges, not to break you, but to prepare you. The battles you face are like a refining process, transforming your soul into something even stronger and more resilient. And that's what sets the chosen ones apart. The ability to turn adversities into stepping stones toward achieving their greater purpose. Now I want you to reflect. Have you ever felt like your life is special? Have you wondered why so many things seem to push you out of the normal? Don't worry, that feeling is more common among the chosen than you might think. And in fact, it's proof that you're on the right path. From a very young age, the chosen ones start to feel that something within them is different. While other children are concerned only with playing and living in the moment, you already had an unusual sensitivity. Perhaps it was deep thoughts, an inexplicable curiosity about the world, or an ability to see beyond the obvious. These signs may have gone unnoticed at the time, but looking back, they reveal a special connection to something much greater. Do you remember those times when it felt like no one around you understood you? While other children followed a simple path, you questioned things that no one else seemed to care about. That feeling of loneliness wasn't a mistake, it was part of your preparation. From an early age, the chosen ones have a connection to the unseen. Even without realizing it, you are already being guided. Many accounts of the chosen include moments of reflection in childhood when they would spend hours observing the world, trying to understand things that seemed inexplicable. In those moments, you were not alone. An invisible force was with you, protecting and preparing your soul for the challenges that lay ahead. Perhaps you remember situations where something out of the ordinary happened to protect you. It could have been an accident, avoided by mere seconds. A word of comfort from someone unexpected, or even a sense of peace in the midst of chaos. These are clear signs that you were, and always have been, accompanied by a spiritual presence shaping your path. None of this is by chance. Every event that crossed your path, from the simplest moments to the most difficult ones, is part of a greater preparation. Your childhood was full of signs from the universe, molding you for something extraordinary. Every feeling of isolation, every unanswered question, was part of a plan. As time passes, adolescence becomes a crucial phase in the life of the chosen. It is the time when differences begin to stand out more clearly. While your friends seem to navigate their lives without significant doubts, you find yourself caught in deep thoughts. Questions about the meaning of life, your role in the world, and why you seem to follow such a different path start to consume your mind. This is the weight of being chosen. It is not an easy task. During adolescence, the inner struggle to fit into social norms directly conflicts with the invisible force driving you toward something greater. It is a period of confusion, but also of refinement. Every challenge, every inner battle, is a spiritual polishing. And it doesn't end there. In adolescence, many chosen ones report that external challenges also begin to arise. Difficulties seem to pile up, relationships become more complex, and the path appears more filled with obstacles than ever before. But it is important to understand that these challenges do not arise to bring you down. They are tests, ways of preparing you for what is to come. You may have felt during that time that the world was against you, that things didn't seem to flow as easily for you as they did for others. But that was a clear sign that the path reserved for you was unique. Not following the crowd can feel lonely at first, but it is what sets the chosen apart. The courage to forge your own journey, even if it means swimming against the current. If you look back now, you will realize that every internal battle was a step toward awakening your true identity. Every doubt, every moment of isolation was part of a larger process, pushing you to accept your mission. In the next stage of life, in the transition to adulthood, everything begins to align. The signs that once seemed confusing start to make sense, and you realize that every experience, every difficulty, was a necessary preparation. Throughout life, especially in the transition to adulthood, the path of the chosen becomes clearer. You begin to realize that your story was never a series of coincidences. Every moment, every choice, and even every mistake contributed to the construction of the greater purpose the universe reserved for you. What once seemed confusing now makes sense. What once was doubt is now certainty. But with this clarity comes a great weight as well. The weight of the responsibility to follow your purpose. It is a calling that cannot be ignored. It can be difficult to deal with the world's expectations while your spirit insists on walking a unique path. The pressures of society, daily responsibilities, and the ties you've built throughout your life may seem like obstacles, but in reality, they are part of the spiritual refining process. The chosen are constantly challenged, not to be punished, but to be prepared. And it is through this process of preparation that you develop skills, resilience, and wisdom. Every obstacle you overcome is a lesson. Every difficulty conquered is an opportunity for growth. And even in the most challenging moments, you are never alone. A higher force is guiding and protecting your every step. Over time, you realize that your purpose is not just about you. It is directly connected to the impact you can have on the world. Your journey is a beacon that lights the way for others. Your words, your actions, and even your silence have the power to transform lives. But for this, courage is required. Courage to embrace who you truly are. Courage to say no to what no longer serves you. Courage to follow a path that is often misunderstood by others. Perhaps you have already felt that some people have drifted away from you, or that paths that once seemed easy are now blocked. This is not a mistake. It is the universe adjusting the pieces so that you are surrounded by those who are truly aligned with your purpose. It may seem painful at first, but this spiritual cleansing is necessary for you to move forward. And as you move forward, the spiritual awakening intensifies. you begin to notice increasingly clear signs. A phrase that touches your heart, a person who crosses your path at just the right moment, or even a feeling of inexplicable peace. These are reminders from the universe that you are on the right path. Awakening, however, comes with responsibility. Now that you know who you are, you can no longer hide. It is time to act, to make conscious decisions and align every choice with the greater purpose you carry. This means letting go of old habits, breaking away from patterns that no longer serve you, and above all, trusting the process. You have been called to something grand, and this requires commitment. It is not just about waiting for things to happen, but about being active in building your destiny. Every small action you take in the present is shaping the future. Every step you take brings you closer to the full realization of your purpose. And yes, there will be moments of doubt. All the chosen ones go through this. But it is in those moments that your faith must be stronger. Remember that the force that brought you here will never abandon you. In moments when everything feels difficult, look within. The answer is there. Along this journey, you will also discover that the impact you have on the world is greater than you imagine. It might be the words you share with a friend. It might be the inspiration you offer someone without even realizing it. You are transforming lives, and that is a fundamental part of your purpose. But the world will not always be ready for this transformation. You will encounter resistance, criticism, and even challenges that seem insurmountable. This is part of the process. Every obstacle is an opportunity to reaffirm who you are and what you came here to do. And the more you align with your purpose, the more strength you will find to overcome these moments. Now, you are standing before a choice. Continue on the common path or embrace the greatness that has always been within you. It is not an easy journey, but it is a journey worth taking. You were chosen for a reason, and the world needs your light. If this message resonated in your heart, share in the comments how your journey has been. I would love to know more about you and where you are watching us from. And don't forget, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell to keep receiving messages that strengthen your soul and renew your faith. Oh, and there's another amazing video waiting for you here on the channel. It's appearing on your screen right now. Click to continue this journey of discovery and purpose. Thank you for watching Illuminated Minutes. May God enlighten and guide you in every step. See you in the next video.